And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to make a staple American breakfast, at least if you're from the South, and that is going to be biscuits and gravy. Coach may make an appearance today. I don't know, he crashed here last night, but he's still passed out. You ready to get started? Got hands with me here. They're gonna, well, give me some hands. First, we've got a skillet. We're gonna put that on medium heat, and then we're gonna throw in a couple of tablespoons of butter, and we're just gonna bring that up to heat and melt the butter down. Now that it's starting to bubble, you see where it's getting hot. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna take this ground sausage that we have. You can take whatever your favorite type is. Just throw that in the bottom of that pan and use the spatula to stir it around and crumble it. I'm waiting for Coach to come out scratching his head asking what smells so good.
Honestly. I mean, he's told that trick before. I'm not going to wait. I'm just going to wait till they start cooking breakfast before I get out.
That is typical out of the Coach playbook, so to speak. All right, so now that the sausage is all brown, we've got a couple of tablespoons. I think we've got about 3 tablespoons of flour here. You're going to start sprinkling that over there, and you're going to mix it in with the meat. You want it to dry up all of that butter that you've got in there, and when it kind of gets a wet texture to it, then you'll be good to move on. So yeah, keep going. We still got a lot of butter down there in the bottom. Yep, keep going. I'll stir that in. See, well, let's go ahead and add a bit more. Just add the rest of what we got here. Quickly stir that in. Now it's going to start thickening really quick because we got quite a bit of flour. Then you're going to take this measuring cup of milk and just go ahead and add that to it.
How much?
We're going to actually stop about there for now and let that heat up and mix in with the flour. As it starts to thicken a bit more, add more. There you go. Go ahead and start adding a bit more. We're just going to keep slowly adding in more. And then after that, we're going to need some water to add in as well. We finished the gravy by adding in the rest of the milk and a little bit of water, and then transferring it to the stove and letting it simmer while stirring occasionally.
I'm ready to make biscuits. Are you ready to make biscuits, Chef?
Then let's make biscuits.
Let's make biscuits.
Alright, these are some really easy, simple biscuits that we're going to make today. We're going to take 3/4 cup of shortening, and we're going to put it in 3 cups of self-rising flour. And then you're just going to cut that in. You can use a fork. We've got this little tool here, which Hans will hold up and show you in just a second. It does a really good job cutting in that shortening. But, yep, you're just going to cut that in there until it's little pea-sized pieces. You don't have to get it super fine, but you want it broken down so it's well incorporated into the flour.
See, if I was Coach right now, I'd just whine and say, okay, I'm done. Then...
And ask for some hands.
And ask for some hands.
Maybe you can ask for a coach. Think that would work?
Coach? Coach? I mean, it worked the other day. He came in when you were looking for him.
I know, right? Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem to work. That looks pretty good, honestly. So now everything, you got nice little clumps. just a general crumbly texture. Make a well in the middle of it. Yep. And now you're gonna add. Now you're gonna add 1 cup of milk.
Not make deep enough well.
That'll be all right. Now mix thoroughly.
Seem to do this a lot.
You do. Yeah, but you just keep rolling along. I'm too tired.
This is...
Well, at least some of us are functioning people in the morning.
Huh. At least I have a functioning pair of hands.
Show off. Once you get it into a good dough ball, then we're gonna lightly flour this countertop, and we're gonna roll it out.
Yes.
It still seems a little sticky.
I got sticky fingers.
Me too. Just don't walk off it. Oh, looks like we lost our biscuits.
It's a good thing he's got the oven.
That's true. It is hard to bake biscuits with an oven. And I got gravy.
And you do got the gravy, and that is what
gravy.
it's about. Ooh, I love the gravy. Unlike Coach, I do know something about cooking. Unfortunately, no one's ever taught me the trick for not getting completely covered in dough within 30 seconds, so...
I've heard people swear by a lot of different tricks. And
the flour trick has never worked for me on my hands.
nor is the oil trick.
Ew, no, and that's such a bad texture. I'd rather be sticky.
I think which one you do depends on the consistency of the dough. I don't know.
That makes sense. I could.
You guys know any tricks? Let us know. We're still figuring this one out.
Okay, can I? I
Yeah,
need to wash my hands in order to.
Alright. Now that we finished with the dough, we're gonna work out this, now that we finished with the dough, we are going to flour this work surface and...
Let's get this bread.
Yeah.
I say the cringiest things. I've been called cringe so many times recently. But I think being cringe is the most fun thing in the world.
Fortunately, I already explained that we were going to do this. We're going to do this.
Chef, what
It's still sticky.
What is wrong with my dough?
I'll tell you what. Why don't you take that extra flour you've got there and kind of work a little bit of it into the dough? I don't think. Sometimes that happens. I thought it looked a little sticky. There we go. That's better. That's better. Work that together. That's plenty. Don't add any more.
I'm not trying to now, Chef. It's just
There's a bunch there.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. All right. You don't want to overwork the dough though, so that should be fine. Now let's roll it out. Now that it's not quite so sticky. All right. You're gonna roll this out to about a 1/2 inch thick.
So not paper thin.
No, not paper thin. This is not pasta. Then you're gonna take something circular with a fairly good edge on it. We're gonna use this glass right here. Even has an H for hands on it. And yeah, you just push down and twist a little, and it'll cut out a little biscuit.
Biscuit.
And then just set them down.
It's hard being blind. Or visually impaired?
Having trouble with depth perception.
Yeah. When I say I can't see, I mean I can see, I just don't see well.
Yeah, you just can't perceive the depths that.
I'm not a submariner. I don't.
Submariner?
Submariner, rather. But.
Well, alrighty.
I don't really. That's all I want to say.
So, hey, don't know if you guys noticed, but a little trick that I like to do whenever we're using the silicone baking mats, they don't quite fit into our baking sheets, so we flip them upside down and just bake them like that. It doesn't change the way they cook or anything, except then we don't have curved biscuits. Now we're going to pop them in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes at 450 degrees and pull them out when they're nice golden brown. So, should be, and we're going to stir the gravy while we're doing that, and then it'll be ready to eat. Alright, so, see you in a few. Ooh, gotta check on those biscuits. Here we gotta make sure we stir, stir, stir. Now I know that the gravy is a little runny here. We rushed it a bit, but it thickened once it cooled. I'm recording to show you guys who finally decided to show up as the food was ready. And so, lucky for him, I guess, he gets to do the taste test.
Hey, wasn't that my plate?
And so there you have it. We have some sausage gravy and biscuits with